Hello, hello, cannabis family. Happy New Year. Beautiful existence here, about to do the Cannabis Flower of Life Tarot for January 2021 for the skunk community. And I take it that everyone is setting their intentions on this first astrological activation day of the new year. January is going to be massive activation for societies, for people. There's a tremendous amount of change that's coming in February as well, that kicks off from January. And I'm listening to Gustav Holst's The Planet Suite, and this is Venus because she's my homegirl. Anyways, Mars activation in Taurus, and then it squares Saturn on the 13th of January. And that is, you know, butting heads with the institutions and the taskmaster and the karma and the boundaries. And I know you can hear my puppy, huh? So, okay, first two cards that came out of the deck. Interesting. I actually pulled these last night on a New Year's Eve pull. That is so interesting. Okay, so Five of Wands came out first. There is some, and both of these are feeling really neutral. So there is some turmoil, and it's either inner turmoil within yourself or it's outer turmoil. And talk about, you know, Mars and fire energy, and, you know, what did I just say? Like Aries, and, you know, this is wands. This is fire, without a doubt. There are fires being lit under people's asses, socially and individually, whether it's internal conflicts and, you know, denial or delay, or some kind of back and forth within yourself or something, or whether they're back and forth within external sources and other people challenging you. There's some conflicts that are gonna, you know, be coming up at the beginning of the month. And like I said, you know, Mars and Taurus, this is fucking fire, man, you guys. You know, and it's down and dirty. But the other one that came out with it, again, a card that came out last night, and I've been sitting here shuffling them from, you know, the last pull that I did. So this is really powerful because it came out literally last night on New Year's Eve, and now it's coming out on New Year's Day for the month. You know, we're minting some coins. We are making, you know, this is the metalsmith that you can see here in the card, but you know, we're creating our coins. We're creating our destiny. This turmoil, you know, that's within yourself or that's external, has to do with money. And because, you know, this neutrality of, you know, what is this turmoil? Is it inner? Is it outer? And that it's around money for sure. Like January is a lot about like money challenges and things with people, but this is getting high up in the actual manifestation of the abundance of the things that you want and that you need in life. So, you know, this, whatever it is internally or externally, that is a conflict or a challenge or whatever for people, you're still going to be minting that money. There is still money being minted. There is still abundance around you. There is still things coming through. We have Justice and the Nine of Coins. We got 4 cards in this month. So, and we got 2 coins. Okay. We got 8 and 9 of coins, you guys. This is all about money. This is going to be a tremendous amount about money in January. And like I said, going into it, but we're at the pinnacle of these coins, you know. We're getting justice with our money. We're getting justice. This is absolutely coming through this month. That any of this turmoil around, you know, minting the money, any of this turmoil about getting the money, about, you know, getting and moving forward and making, you know, especially financial or just abundances, whether it's unemployment, you know, whether it's P loans, whether it's, you know, an inheritance, you know, monies that are owed to you, you know, any of this turmoil that came in at the beginning or the middle part of the month, because especially that Mars energy, that fire, Mars, Mars, Mars. I said Mars on the 6th into Taurus, money, okay? Uranus and Taurus, money. And then on the 13th, squaring Saturn. And then on the 20th, on the inauguration day, Mars is conjunct Uranus, okay? Mars, Uranus and Taurus, money. You see all of these patterns going around, and Cannabis Plant Spirit is saying it, like, pay attention, this is what's up this month. But that turmoil and stuff, we got some judgment. I mean, we got some justice that's coming through. We have, you know, something that's coming in that's going to be a balance, and we're getting our coins. You know, this goddess, she's at almost the peak of the coins with the 10 of coins. She's, you know, at 9 of coins. She has her abundance. She has, you know, what's going on that she's been working for. She's been minting that money. And you know, she's at that level. They are at that level. She can see great, you know, distances with what it is that she has attracted and worked hard for herself. And we're getting justice around that money. It's definitely there. So whatever it is, and this makes so much sense because, like I said, Mars, you know, is conjunct Uranus on the inauguration, the 20th. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. This is absolutely synchronicitous with what is happening in millions of people's lives, because it is for real what is happening. And Cannabis Plant Spirit is here absolutely telling us what's up, Like, that's the reverse. Turmoil, Mars, energy, fire, passion. That passion is heating up, some coin making. And then there is definitely some justice going on, because we are getting the coins. We're getting the coins. It's coming through. We got justice on our side. That balance is going to be there by the end of this month. But it really could take until the end of this month, because we got a lot of work to do at the beginning. And there's going to be some turmoil, and there's going to be some butting of heads, and Mars is absolutely bringing this in. So look to the future, you guys, at the end of January. And then just remember, all of 2021, man, I'm telling you, watch these Saturn square Uranus points, because we have big time money coming in through Cannabis Plant Spirit already in January about this year. I would not be surprised if it follows suit, and that it keeps being pointed out, because our financial systems have to change. What we consider a commodity and a measure and an abundance in life has to change, and it's going to change. The universe is absolutely going to start, you know, squaring off and changing this stuff of what we considered valuable and possessions. But we're going to get justice in it. The people and our lives, we're going to get justice in it. And that could come in a million different ways. We can get all of the abundances that we need from the government and institutions and stuff that's being supported in the astrology. And we could also have massive perspective changes that shift and show us what it is that is really of true abundance in our lives. So it comes in a million different ways, honestly, depending on where you are in your cycle. So love you, Cannabis family. I'm super excited. Rubber meets the road. Welcome 2021. Shit's gonna start getting going now. It's already there. So one of the things I wanted to say is I have a number of virtual events that I have already booked. And I invite you to join me on. The first one is on March 21st. It's through a group and a website called Portal to Ascension. So awesome. And I'm going to be talking about not only connecting with the Cannabis Plant Spirit, practice within connecting with the Cannabis Plant Spirit in her medicine, and also talking about a lot of the ethereal, new paths and the things that I'm doing on my new path and in my new world that are not just for Cannabis Plant Spirit, but for ethereal keepers and the ethereal elements on this plane. And very much, grounding her and her ethereal body into our collective again, and raising her and all forms of ethereal elements and agents on our plane back up into collective consciousness. So I will continue to post those in the next couple of months. So it reminds people it is a free conference, a free virtual conference. So please come and enjoy. It's a cannabis conference under this portal to ascension. And it's going to be great. Swami is there. There are a number of other people that are there, but definitely Cannabis Plant Spirit is making her presence known. And I'm super grateful for it, and I'm grateful to always be able to serve. And the more and more that we can, bring all of her forms of energy, all of her forms of medicine and healing and help and assistance to our daily lives and practices and to society is always awesome. It is absolutely what is up, at least in my world and the worlds of the people that are aligned that listen, to this information. So yeah, join me and check out Portal to Ascension on the Cannabis Conference, and you can find out more about it on my IG, Beautiful Existence, or the Cannabis Tarot IG account. I'll start putting up the links to the virtual events that we are doing this year. And major shift in the Cannabis Tarot to take note of. There are only going to be a certain amount of decks that are sold every year. So if you have been sitting on the fence but being called by Cannabis Plant Spirit to have one of these beautiful, highly activated decks for yourself and for your own practice, I highly encourage you to get in early in the year and order one, because once that number is gone, there won't be any more decks that are printed or mailed out within the rest of that year. You'd have to wait until the following year. These decks are not a commodity. Quality over quantity. It has no intention with Plant Spirit to be based in old, outdated capitalist models. This deck is called to people that actually, are integrating and working with Cannabis Plant Spirit as well, and the ethereal medicines and elements that she has. So, it is what it is. If you have it called to you, definitely purchase one early in the year, because by mid to end of year, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be gone, especially after these events. And so, that's the intention with her. They're sacred, and if you're called to it, you're called to it. I definitely encourage you to bring one into your life, because she's incredibly powerful, as we can see. She lines up with astrology, and she helps, really guide through this deck. It's a very powerful deck. So anyways, love you. Have a great year. Happy New Year.